Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Gallade deck. Now before I get into this, I did mention in my last video about the possibility of a non-GX tournament. I think I'm going to go ahead with that and I'm going to put some details about that into my Discord and select some people from the Discord to do it. The first tournament's probably only going to be 8 people total, so I'm looking for 7 volunteers just to test it out and see how it goes. But in the coming days, I'll put some information about that into my Discord, so make sure you're part of the Discord if you want to know more about that. But yeah, let's get into this deck. So the Gallade. This has got 160 HP, does an attack for 120, but he's got this nice ability here where he has double typing, psychic typing and fighting typing. So this 120, we're hitting 2 different weaknesses. What sucks, we're also got 2 different resistances that we've got to try and get around. 120 is not enough, but because it's now a fighting type essentially, the ANSI boosts that to 140. So 140, that's really the bare minimum that we need to hit now to reach the 280 hit points or 270 hit point HP tag teams. So I guess that's really what we're going about. Now, what we do like about this is it's double colorless to pay it, and there's many different ways that you can go about paying this energy cost because of the double colorless route. So we've decided to go ahead with a Spiritomb build of this. Now I do have a couple of builds of this. I'll quickly show you my other build in a sec. But the Spiritomb build I like because we can just, have a pressure Pokemon that we can like apply pressure from the start of the game. Single energy attacker, can build up to pretty big numbers and can just be really handy to build your deck behind. So a good backup support attacker with the Gallade as well. And the Gallade helps pay its energy costs as well because we can move the energy from this Pokemon to one of our bench Pokemon. Well, we have to every time we attack. So we can set up more Gallades or we can set up Spiritombs as well. So we've got that going for us, and that's really the backup attacker. Now the rest of it's just about trying to set up. So we've got Jirachi as our main engine because we are a stage 2 deck. We need every bit of support that we can get. We've got Zebstrika because I just love Zebstrika in decks now. It just helps with the stamping situations. We've got, as you can see, all the setup cards, but we've got 4 candies because we're trying to evolve into a stage 2 like I said. We do have 1 Curlier that we can go to. We've got a couple of skateboards for our Jirachis, hustle belts for our Spiritomb line, spell tags for our Gallade lines, so that can help just build up extra damage counters onto our opponent's side of things to fix up numbers and things like that. So that's really how this version goes. This version has a real tough time dealing with Tina. In fact, Gallade in general has a tough time dealing with melee tag decks in general. I was playing around with it for a little while, trying to go, well, actually, this is how I sort of, went towards, trying to build towards beating Malamar decks, because the other one just doesn't, I'll be honest. This is the closest I sort of got. It still has a real tough time with Malamar, but this version of it that we went with here had more of a psychic-based build, which allowed us to put psychic sort of techs in. So the Hooper was here for the Malamar. We had Blacephalon, which was here for the Malamar as well, but it's also here for other matchups. Just allows us to put 12 damage counters onto our opponent's side of the field if we've got 3 prize cards remaining. We had Mimikyu, which could copy an opponent's attack, which could be absolutely devastating. And like I said, this was a pretty good deck. It's just that it still didn't really achieve what we're after, which is being the Malamars. To beat Malamars, I think we probably have to ditch the Shrine, which takes away from some of our damage counters against other decks, and we'd probably have to go with a remove tool card stadium. But that's the list if you're interested in that variation of it. The variation I end up preferred playing is just give up on the melee line matchups really, and go with the Spiritomb deck. So let's get into some matches. Hello, GregCon, welcome. Okay, Jirachi down. Going first, so we'll decide afterwards. We're probably chucking the rots down. We have Guardian. Get an NGTU. Shuffle out. We'll get rid of the rod. Go and get ourselves a Gallade. We'll grab the candy so we've got that for next turn. We're just going to have to hope to get a synth. Because we've got the Gallade, we'll put back the rocks. We can go get ourselves out a Spiritomb. Although hitting 120 is not enough. Dancy could be a good call. The Spiritomb's cooking on the back line. I know you resist me, but there are a lot of damage for you to be aware of. So we might quickly go into Spiritomb. We just got to start building this up. It's pretty important. I don't like how much healing these decks are going to have. And the lack of damage that we can output. And that's the tricky thing right now, although Rocks is interesting. Can't say it's really what I was expecting. For baby. Get yourself a greens. Next turn. So it's not pure Guardian. Trying to work out what it is then. Alright, let's sell a wish. We get a Cynthia. That's good. Candy up. Cute. And we'll get another Rolps down. And Cynthia. We need some kind of switch and an NG. There's an NG. No switching. That's unfortunate. Spell. Oops. Spell tag. Shrine. That's the one that's supposed to go up there. Where do we want this? I think we still just go the Gallade. The Gallade's our first attacker. Just at the minute. So we'll go there. I mean, I know that puts you in Kaleidostorm range, which is unfortunate. But like I said, it's our first attacker. I don't want to know what's going on here. What do you do? Fairly good non-GX attacker, I guess. Yeah, it's a decent non-GX attacker. I do need a way to start attacking this thing, even though I'm going to get one shot immediately behind. Build some spite here. You need to find something. I mean, I could board, but that just feels bad. We're just going to have to hope that we get into some stuff here. So quickly Cynthia. We got the board, and we got Diancie. Beautiful. Alright, so board to you. We've got Candy that we can use here. Rosa feels pretty good for the next turn. But I feel like Rose is not getting me what I need next turn, so I think we need to draw support next turn. So we're going to go Cynthia route. And drop this, grab ourselves a Gallade. We've only got one more Gallade in deck. We'll candy this one up. Drop down our Diancie. And then retreat. We didn't get an NG attachment, just feels bad. Feels real bad. So Power Cyclone. Getting into the numbers that we need, but there's potentially healing coming. We'll move this one to the Gallade, just so we've got Gallade set up. Let's see what healing's around. So greens. Does suck that I had to use a Rainbow Energy to get that Gallade attacking. But we do have some spell tags that we can spread somewhere around. If this thing doesn't evolve, which I'm assuming you're going to get now, that'd be unfortunate for you. I'm assuming this greens will get that. Unless you prioritize healing. Switch, comms. Yeah, so you're getting that thing evolved. Which is a smart move. Smart move. Nope, just getting another Rolls. Ah, well we might just get a 1-for-1 trade here. Which is interesting. I'm assuming you're switching into the Guardian now. Nope, not the Guardian. You're gonna leave Guardian to be KO'd. Assuming that I could, of course, get an Energy card. Watch me whiff on the Energy card here. So any kind of Energy card will do. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop. Come on, Energy card. Ah, it's just a skateboard. That's disappointing. Alright, Dratch, you're up. We got a switch as well. Alright, we'll chuck that to you. We'll keep the switch in deck. Cynthia. So we got the NG. We've got the rod, which feels good. Get that cooking. Get the NG to you. I mean, we'll rod back just because I want the spell tag. And we need to find another Gallade at some stage as well. Quickly build some spite here. That's as far as I want to go with that. Still a wish ourselves. Don't want to set up. We'll grab ourselves a Liza. I mean, switch is okay. I mean, how much are you doing? Oh yeah, you do it. You've got KOs easy. So we'll go Liza. Retreat to the Gallade. And we'll quickly run a little Power Cyclone. Get this NG. Put it to you. We need to get other... Oh, Zeb Strike was prized. That's good to know. We need to get another attacker going too. So we've got the next 2 attackers. Which might be enough actually, because we only need 2 more prize cards. It's an interesting little Gardevoir deck. Yeah, Gardevoir deck. Very interesting. Alright, we're loving that we got the Zeb Striker out of the prize cards. So, chuck that out. Chuck this out there. We'll comms back. Go and get ourselves out of Spiritomb. Start cooking this up. That feels fine to me. Start cooking you up. So right now, oh yeah, we've got it. I was tempted to go in the Gallade because then we can just shift energies onto the Spiritombs like that. But yeah, we're home. It's a good little interesting deck though, the Gardevoir with the Guardian. Yeah. Hello, Atlas Silo. Welcome. Alright, we'll go Ditto. This is all we can go. We've got Egg set up, which is good. We don't have an NG though, which is bad. So I feel like this is either a non-ability based GX deck, which I'm feeling like that's probably what it is. How important is the first NG attachment? I think it is super important. But so's Oaks. Shrine. So it's a non-GX deck. Very interesting. We'll run an Oak setup. Do we have our Zebra? We do. We'll grab a Spiritomb. Am I fine just to do that for now? We do want a Zebra. I mean, Jirachi's kind of nice because we've got the board. Not having a Ralts down is kind of bad. But we're not NG attaching this turn anyway. I'd rather just cook up Spiritomb. That's how we'll go. We'll chuck this to you. Start cooking up a Spiritomb. Go more Spiritomb base to begin with. Although we had Ditto here. I suppose that can count as our Ralts. But we're manually evolving. I'm just trying to assume this thing's going down. But you did seem to have a slow start, so just a Cynthia play, by the looks, yeah. So what are we actually dealing with? That's the question. Not like it's non-GX based. Spiritomb. ADP. Good old ADP. Alright, so that's not good. Spiritomb partner with ADP is an interesting little combination. Decent top deck. We've got the Curlier that we can go straight into. Which I think that's what we do here. Really not feeling good about this just at the minute. We get the switch. We'll build some Spite. Get an NGTU. I'm thinking that we are just going heavy Spiritomb base just at the minute. We'll go heavy on the Spiritombs. Run the switch to you. We'll quickly sprint. What we're really after is a, great catcher. Don't get it. Miss on the great catcher. Oh, it's unfortunate. We've got to start attacking it as quickly as we can. Got no other choice. Get rid of you. Go and get ourselves a Gallade. Not that I'm feeling like that's going to do too much for me. The Spiritomb does worry me quite a bit. So now what I've really got to hope for is that you're bricked a little bit. Spiritomb coming up makes me happy. Because it makes me feel like you don't have the Metal Energy. I'd much prefer that, although you got the Metal Energy. You got the switch. Ouch. Alright, that makes me worried. You got exactly what you needed out of that. That was clutch. There's just no physical way that I can one-shot this. Absolutely none. I was just thinking if I hit 220, that's still not enough, because to you, that's 230, 240, 250. Yeah, it just sucks. Have yourself a board. A Gallade. Or Cynthia. Where to NG attach, that's the question. So after this, I mean, I've got 3 attacks to try and get rid of all of your attackers. 3. So 3 prizes are for you. 1 here, 4. I just don't see myself doing it, to be honest. Unless I get a lot of luck going my way. Do I go after the... I like just getting onto Gallade. Just because that gives me an option to use Gallade at some stage. Which is just too important. Fishing Rod, we'll wait on that. We'll just Anguish Cry here. So I've got to hope that you don't get into too many Spiritombs. That's what we're really hoping for. Although the Lily is clutch. Absolutely clutch. Spiritomb is just such a big problem. I don't even have a Mew that can go after that. But we've got to get this ADP off the board. We're going to have reset stamps to try and minimize you. In your hand. Are you running normal Dark Energy? You'd have to be. Yeah, you are. Yep. What we're hoping for is just you don't get another Spiritomb built up quick enough. That's what we're really desperately hoping for. Take the 3 prize cards here. So what we're doing is chucking this to you. We're going to rod back our Spiritomb. We're actually going to comms our Spiritomb out here. Feel like we need to lean on our Spiritombs quite heavily. Just build Spite across the board. And sprint this. Cynthia out. Still a wish. Oak setup's no good. Neither's Candy, really. So it's this Spiritomb we're going into, no matter what. So we'll just Anguish Cry. Smack out ADP. So there's 3 prizes. Can't believe how clutch that turn was for me before. Don't know why you're so sad. You mocking me? I think you're mocking me. Damage move is rude. Wouldn't be surprised if we move the damage straight over. Which means Gallade's too early for Gallade. But you've got 2 more attackers. Yeah, this is over. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I like it though. ADP Spiritomb. It just makes it really awkward to take those last prize cards. I might have a little bit of a play with ADP Spiritomb myself. As much as that means going back to a tag team deck. It just makes, like, this is the reason why tag teams have just dominated the format. And GX attack of ADP is just overpowered. Absolutely overpowered. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You've got the KO back anyway. So, let's just whack this out. We'll just go and get our NG. That's all we care about. KO the Spiritomb. And give him a well played. But yeah, that clutch turn is what the difference was. The clutch turn where you got the out of the Cynthia, a Metal NG, and a switch is what the difference of that game was. Without it, I think we would have got home. But yeah, might have a play around with that deck at some stage. But good game, good game. Hello, Xbox Obiziana, welcome. Alright. So we need to start Jirachi, that's for sure. Get a Ralts down, get a Spiritomb down, we'll get it all happening. We've got something that's gonna be annoying. It's gonna... Alright, Spiritomb's good for this. So that's something to note. And then Gallade is good for that. So you got a Howl. We're just going to quickly Stellar Wish ourselves. We've got Great Catcher if we really wanted it. Out of all that, that's actually going to be the best option. Because I got some terrible cards to start that. Slow. We are on a slow start. That's for sure. We're going to NG attach to here, even though I feel like that's nearly a bad idea. We will whack a second Jirachi down just in case you have the KO here. We're not wanting to bring anything in just at the moment. We're hitting a good weakness here. We're hitting a good weakness here with the Spiritomb. So the Spiritomb's pretty clutch here. But we do need some supporters. We need draw supporters now. We don't want to get Oak set up anymore. Not right here. That's what we're going for. So you're setting up the Mew Mew. Slow start for you. So we're both just a little bit slow. We'll get a spell tag to you. That seems fine. We'll Stellar Wish ourselves. Great, Cynthia. That's what we're looking for. Awesome. Alright, so we'll get a Hustle Belt to you. We want to protect our Spiritomb for as long as we can. Until we can actually bring up what we need to. Quickly get you to a Gallade. And then Cynthia, continue with setup. Don't mind being just a little bit slow. I mean, you're buying me some time, which is absolutely phenomenal right now. We'll go Blitzel down just the moment. I mean, we're not attacking this turn. Who do we want to attach to? Do we want to attach to you or you? I feel like we'll attach to you. I mean, that just sets you up for a little bit later. And we'll go with that. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, so we got double Jirachi. Probably looking for a board. Out of someone, somewhere, somehow. Probably grab the Zeb Striker when we can as well. That'd be good. Diancie for our last spot. That could be awkward. Let's go Zeb Striker. Because that might need to be an attacker. Although Diancie allowed me to one-shot the Mew Mew, but I don't know. Pros and cons to both, I guess. Certainly is. We'll just quickly Liza Shuffle. Alright. Build some spite here. What we're gonna do is chuck Spiritomb down. We'll chuck this back in the deck, but not get anything. We're gonna sprint this hand. Chuck this out here. Then run the old sprinteroo. Well, we're not attacking this turn unless... I mean, we've got great catches. That's so good. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to grab a great catcher. We're going to back ourselves getting something after this. Let's grab ourselves a great catcher. That feels good. Do I want to just NG attach to this guy? Rather than the Gallade? Or do I just NG attach to the Gallade knowing that I can go into something later? NG attaching to this guy just feels good. This feels good. Let's do it. Yeah, we're pretty good there. We'll just hold. Let that shrine chip away. See, now I'm only needing to do 260 to either. I mean, that's 130. Alright, choice helmet's not going to save you. So now we're just backing ourselves that we can find either our switch, Tate and Liza. Oh, you're going to judge me. You know I'm holding the great catcher, which is, sucks for you, I guess, for that. Not the greatest. Not the greatest, not gonna lie. Not what we're hoping for. And it comes back. It's a Mally build. I mean, what does concern me here is if you had spell tags. That would concern me a lot. And seeing that you want Mewtwo in this. I mean, I guess that buys more prize cards. We want to get this KO no matter what. Alright, so the NG can go to you. We're going to be ditching some candies here. But what can you do? We don't want to ditch anything more, so just sprint. Alright, we've finally got a board. Do we? Tate and Liza first? Yes, we do. Is there anything I want out of this? Spell tag back? Not really. We'll just shuffle. Still a wish. Great catcher. That's what we're after. Which one do I find more problematic? I feel like we want to whack out the Mew Mew because that can do absolutely anything, including potential board wipes. So let's go the Mew Mew first, knowing that I'm going to need a switch after that if I'm... Maybe not Mew Mew. Let's change our mind on the Mew Mew. Although I've got Sprint and I've got Lizas and potential boards. There's a lot that I could get that could help me. So we'll get rid of this. We'll get rid of Spiritomb. That feels fine. We'll pull up. It's such a big decision. Everything else are one shot. So let's just pull up this. Like if you don't put this out in the front. So this way we can just retreat to the Gallade. That feels fine. We'll power Cyclone. There is still Shrine out here, isn't it? Yep, cool. I didn't just miscalculate that badly at all. We'll chuck this to you. Why not? That feels good. Have yourself an NG. I mean, technically I can use a Headbolt at some stage if I have to. With a Rainbow NG. So, get rid of the Mew Mew. Because that's the one that I'm feeling threatened about most. And the switch is beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful. Although you're probably going to shuffle a couple into the deck. With the Trevnor. And the Spiritombs are left sitting at night, just chilling at the back, ready to go. Oh, and looks like this game is over. That's all you've got. As long as you don't hit the switch. Although you've done that, yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what you hit. Oh yeah, 4 damage counters. Alright, this guy can have 4. That's fine. That's fine. And we'll just chuck Spiritomb in. And he'll just cruise to victory. We'll just, you know, make sure we deal maximum damage here. And then Anguish Cry. Boop. 440. And there we go. There's like a Psychic Box deck dealt with. Good game. Good game. And it is time to rate this deck. Now, starting with damage here. The damage output is really interesting. I mean, we've got dual typing, which with 120 base damage, keep in mind that we can boost that to 140 quite nicely, which is great if we're hitting weaknesses. So suddenly we can knock out tag teams if we're hitting for weakness. The downside of this guy is everyone with fighting resistance resists us. Everyone with psychic resistance resists us. So dual typing can be a little bit annoying in that regards, just because not only are we hitting a couple of weaknesses, we've got more Pokemon that are resisting us as well, which is kind of interesting. The Spiritomb, obviously, I love the Spiritomb. Gets up to 220 attack over time with the ability to build Spite. So absolutely devastating in the numbers and can really carry your team at times. So yeah, the damage is quick and efficient with the Spiritomb. The Gallade's just, yeah, it's bare minimum stuff, but with the Spiritomb, we're giving the overall damage of the deck an 8 out of 10. As for the defense, well, we are a 1 prize card trade. I've got 160 HP, which is decent on the Gallades, but obviously our Spiritombs are easy to KO, so we're just more of a 1 prize card trade deck, and I tend to give those sorts of decks a 7 out of 10. As for reliability, this is why I went to the Spiritomb. I found the second I went to Spiritomb, the reliability just improved because it allowed us to, I guess, rely on our Spiritomb a lot more in between turns and things like that while we're building up our next Gallade. So we could just allow Spiritomb to carry matches from time to time. We could really lean on that Spiritomb rather than trying to lean on getting multiple Gallades up one after the other. So we're loving the reliability of this since going to the Spiritomb build. So reliability, I'm giving that an 8 out of 10. And overall, I'm giving this deck a 7.5 out of 10. It's tricky. The Gallade just doesn't do enough, unfortunately, unless there's going to be like a real heavy resurgence on Pikarom decks and things like that we can pick on, or maybe Dark Box or something like that, so we can really take advantage of our fighting type. I really feel at this stage the Gallade's just not relevant enough to really take onto the ladder. So overall, a 7.5 out of 10.